First off, your full name.
Cassie Maxene Wilhart Pearson.
And your date of birth?
November 15th, 1924.
Before Imogene, she did correct me and told me that I didn't do it in the right order, that you were the older one.
Oh, yes, about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes.
That's what Mother said.
And you guys were born in Hood County?
Hood County.
And the full name of your spouse? Both.
Berlin Brooks Pearson.
And where did you grow up?
Basically in Hood County and Roosevelt County.
Pretty much where Imogene grew up. Is there a specific book or a toy that you remember from your childhood that you played with a lot or that was special?
Not more than one doll that Imogene and Francis and I all three got one Christmas together.
The family baby. Is there a specific scent or a sound that reminds you of your childhood, something you smell or hear that takes you back to childhood? Specifically, like when I smell a horse, that reminds me of my granddad, because he always smelled like a horse to me. I don't know. And
headstock.
Yeah. And he had those two horses when I was little. I don't have a whole lot of memories about them, but and then when I smell lilac, it reminds me of Granny. I think she had lilac in her bathroom.
She had lilac bushes.
Yeah. But those smells remind me of them. Do you have a memory of your grandparents or just some special memory of grandparents or even an older person, aunt, uncle, or something like that?
Well, my granddad Backus, he always was sure that Mama Backus had plenty of ham for Maxine. Because I loved ham whenever I was a kid. And of course, you know, then they cured it themselves, you know, with salt. And we'd be going over to Mama and Papa Backus this way. He'd be sure that Mama Backus had plenty of ham for Maxine.
Do you remember your first Bible? How you got it? Who you got it from? Or I know there was a family Bible. Several of you have told me there was a family Bible, and maybe they'd gotten some later. What was your first job outside of the house?
My first jobs outside of the house? I guess working in the drugstore and bus depot.
Really? That was one. The drugstore and bus depot was one. That's here in Portales? That's cool. What were
my
your
sixth grade, he was the owner of it was my 6th grade teacher. And I worked the soda fountain and sold bus tickets. And then he put in just the bus station on the opposite side of the courthouse.
Right. Do you remember the price of a Coke?
I have no idea.
Do you remember how much you got paid? Remember. Well, E.B. remembered he got paid 50 cents a day for hoeing. That was his first job outside the house.
And then we got paid the 50 cents plus, I believe at one time we got 75, but I'm not sure. For hoeing since daylight to dark, just about.
I did some of that myself. It's not fun. How and where did you meet your spouse? And how old were you? How long did you date? Those kind of things.
Well, Well, I think I met Verlin at the Eagles Lodge. Stevens Lodge, is a charity.
Yeah, sort of familiar with it, not really.
Anyway, that's how I met him, and I think we went together a little over a year.
Do you remember your first car? What kind it was, or when you got it?
I didn't have one until after I was married, and let's see, the boy's dad had a I don't remember what kind of a car he had.
And what color it was?
I want to say it was gray, but I don't remember that. When we got married, we came to Portales on the bus, and married in Francis and Leon's home, and we went back to Granbury on
On the bus. Well, honeymoon on the
So that
bus.
was a honeymoon.
Well, did they lose your luggage?
No.
Can you think about
But the boy's dad, where I met him, was at church. And that Sunday afternoon, Francis and I decided to go for a walk down to the creek, and he was fishing.
Oh,
And of course, I was talking to him, and Francis kept telling me to shut up. And he told me he was roping fish, and I didn't believe that because I never heard of it. But he was. There's suckers, I think they call them. Anyway, so when we decided to go back to Grandma's house, he decided to walk back with us.
true romantic. Smell of the fishing and everything.
So then I stayed there. Of course, we'd gone down from Mama and Papa Davis's, I believe it was their 50th wedding anniversary. No, it must have been more than that. But anyway, it was an anniversary of Mama and Papa Davis. And at that time, I was out of a job, and they were opening a restaurant in Granbury, so I decided to stay and get me a job, and I did. And so then I started going with the clan.
So he was from that area too?
He had to Granbury.
That's cool. Can you think of an event or a tragedy or something like that that's changed or affected your life in one way or another, something that stands out? It's too soon. I know you guys were close to Aunt Nettie and Aunt Francis. Did they live close to where you guys grew up?
Well, when we were young, they did.
Can you think of a special gift that you got, either as a child or an adult, a special gift for an occasion that you remember that?
Right now.
Is there anything that you're in your life you'd still like to do? Anything left that you haven't done that you always wanted to do?
No, I just still like to do volunteer work, like at the hospitals and things like that.
So you don't want to go bungee jumping or?
No,
If there was anything about your life that you could change, is there anything you'd change? It's a loaded question. Last question I have written here is, would you like to be remembered?
As myself.
Those will be good memories. I don't think I asked up here at the top about to name your kids their full names.
James Henry Martin, Roy Howard, and Troy Jean.
See if there's any other questions I missed here. Oh, I think I missed this one. Do you recall any time that you ever got in trouble as a child? It was all Imogene's fault, probably.
Well, to an extent, I just can't really recall everything.
No one asked me now, does that mean in the home or does that mean at school? So he told me about a couple times he got in trouble at school and a couple times he got in trouble at home too.
I got in trouble on the school bus. But we were, two or three of us, and there was at least three of us that we were discussing a baseball game at school on the school bus. And so I guess we were a little loud. Anyway, it was all, just yapping. And the next morning, principal called us to the office. We walked into the office and didn't even know what he had called us for. And the bus driver had reported us
Fighting on the bus.
We were fighting on the bus.
Hmm.
So he, of course, we didn't know, told the principal we didn't know what it was all about. And so when he told us that, well, when you get on the bus this afternoon, you have the bus driver assign you a seat, and you sit there for a certain length of time. We got on the bus, and no, he didn't care where we sat. And I said, you're going to tell me where I'm going to sit because that's what Mr. Livingston said for you to do.
You remember the bus driver's name?
I can't even remember his name now.
Just the principal.
But we kind of figured out after a while that they thought Rosalie was trying to get his job because she had applied for a school bus driving job. And we kind of figured that's what he was on us about. But I don't know.
Could be, I guess. Wow.
But as far as getting in trouble at school, that's the only thing that I ever recall. And of course, I don't know, but I can't recall anything specific that we got in trouble with Mother and Daddy over.
Just the normal things. I'm sure you did get spankings.
Well, I'm sure.
Everybody did back then. Well, I think that's
A razor strap more than that,
yeah,
no less.
and they hurt. Well, I think that's all the questions I have.
Okay.